Good morning everybody. So today I will discuss about the small intestine, its anatomy and surgery. So small intestine is or the small bowel is basically located between the duodenojejunal flexure to ileocecal junction. So in between the duodenojejunal flexure and the ileocecal junction, the whole loop of the bowel is the small intestine. So upper marking is the ligament of Treves where the duodenum is attached. Okay, and this is the duodenojejunal flexure, and lower is the ileocecal junction. What is the length? It is 6 meter. Okay, in the terminal side, the bile salts, the fatty acid, and vitamin B12 are all absorbed in the terminal ileocecal junction. Now, upper 2/5 is the jejunum and lower 3/5 is the ileum. Upper 2/5 jejunum, lower 3/5 is the ileum. Now, what is the difference between jejunum and ileum? Jejunum has more villi, ileum has less villi. Jejunum is more vascular, ileum is less vascular. Jejunum has large plica seminularis. Now, what is plica circularis? So, plica circularis is a circular folding of the inner lining of the intestine. So there is a circular folding which is known as mucosal folding, which is known as the plica circularis, and there is a which is also known as valve of Kerr-Ring. Okay, and there is a Peyer's patches. It is the oval Peyer's patches, and surrounding the Peyer's patches there is the opening of the crypts of Lieberkühn. And if we see transverse section, or in histologically, there is a lamina propria, there is a mucosa, there is a submucosa. The submucosa is basically contain the Mesenus plexus, and that is the nerve plexus, the Mesenus plexus, which helps in the peristalsis, and areolar tissues, the blood vessels, lymph vessels are all present in the submucosa. This is brush border epithelium, which contains the microvilli and the villi having the length of 0.5 millimeter, and there is a lamina propria where there is a lymph, the Peyer's patches are present, and there is a crypts of Lieberkühn in uh, the intestinal glands. These are also known as intestinal glands, which are also present in the submucosal layer. Okay, in the lamina propria submucosal layer. In the muscular mucosal layer, or the muscularis layer, the outer longitudinal and inner circular is the main arrangement. So it is present between the outer longitudinal and inner circular. There is Auerbach plexus, which helps in the peristalsis. So these intestinal glands which opens in the intestine is the crypts of Lieberkühn. Okay. And this microvilli helps in the absorption of the nutrients. Now these villis are more in the jejunum and less in the ileum. There are large plica seminularis in the jejunum, less in the ileum. A thick wall, jejunum has thick wall, this ileum has thin wall. Ileum does not contain any peritoneal window between the vasa recta, it contains the peritoneal window. Jejunum contains the peritoneal window. It has long vasa recta and it has short vasa recta. The arcades, the arterial arcades are small in number, that is 1 to 2, less in number. The arterial arcades are more in number in the ileum. It contains more fat, it contains more lymphoid follicles and Peyer's patches, and it has less. The jejunum has less Peyer's patches. So this is all about the general anatomy. And another thing, what is the nerve supply? The nerve supply, its arterial supply is superior mesenteric artery, and the lymphatic supply is to the superior mesenteric group of lymph node, and the venous supply is all these drains into the superior mesenteric vein and then to the portal vein. What is the nerve supply? Nerve supply is the sphincters are supplied by the sympathetic nerve. There is a sympathetic nerve, there is a parasympathetic nerve. So sympathetic nerve, that is T10 to T11, splanchnic nerve, and the mesenteric plexus, which supplies the sphincters and they helps in the peristalsis, and also secretions of the gland are also helped by the parasympathetic nerve supply, that is the vagus nerve. And the sympathetic nerve supply helps in the peristalsis, that is peristalsis and bowel movement. And it if any pain, if any colicky pain is arising, so it transmits through these sympathetic nerve plexus, and hence the umbilical region the pain occurs. Okay, so this is the sympathetic nerve supply. So this is all about the general anatomy of the small intestine. Now coming to a clinical disease, that is small bowel obstruction. So what is small bowel obstruction? It is a mechanical obstruction to the passage of the interluminal content. So if any interluminal content which is present in the small intestine, if it does not flow to the cecum, then it causes the small bowel obstruction. So what will be the clinical features of the patient? Patient will complain of the abdominal discomfort, pain, cramps, nausea, vomiting and the bowel sound. So in investigation of choice is complete blood count, CBC, urine analysis and the electrolyte. In the electrolytic data we will get that the chloride level is less, the potassium is less, so hypochloremia, hypokalemia and alkalosis and hypovolemia is the electrolyte level. Now to rule out is the incarnated hernia. Incarnated hernia to be ruled out, that is the differential diagnosis, abdominal X-ray, air-filled distended loop is seen, and in the CECT also, that is contrast enhanced CT scan. What is the complication? Complication, if there is a bowel obstruction, so there is also the mesenteric artery and its branches, so there will be a twisting, there will be a strangulation of the bowel, and hence there will be a necrosis. What will be the clinical features? If there is a strangulation and the necrosis, the patient will complain of hematemesis, shock, acidosis, fever and pain, abdominal pain. So what will be the management? Management is NPO, NGT and CVP with Foley. Okay, so these are the management. So what is the cause of this small bowel obstruction? Adhesion, cancer or tumor, or herniation. Herniation is the most important cause because it is worldwide and it is mainly found in the children. So most common cause is the herniation. Other cause is the Crohn's disease or any gallstones or volvulus intersusception, gallstone ileus, small bowel, there is a hematoma, that is bowel wall hematoma, or any Meckel's diverticulum or stricture or superior mesenteric artery syndrome. All these causes the small bowel obstruction.